What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Playmaker Way with a playbook, and y'all read the title, man. These 3 rules help turn me into a profitable trader. Now, this is your first time on the channel. Welcome. I appreciate you giving this video a chance. Make sure to hit that bell and sub button because we don't just post weekly content like this, but we also live stream and live trade every day. London session 3 a.m. EST on YouTube. And also make sure to hit that first link in the description and join the free Signal and free Telegram. This is how we did last month, October. We went 32-5, 32 wins, 5 losses, giving us an 86% win rate. We caught a total of 157,608 pips, 125,674 strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. Every trade posted as the personal entry, SL, TPs, the time the trade was entered, how many people viewed or entered the trade, reactions, and of course those TPs getting hit. Then every Sunday, at the beginning of the week, we dropped the Sunday chart analysis going over what not only I see price doing Monday and going into Tuesday, but the entire week. I go over why we're looking for buys, why we're looking for sells, and I go over specific price points where to look for entries and exits at, as well as where I see price potentially reaching. So make sure to hit that first link description and check that out. Now, let's get straight into the video. So step/rule 1 is you need to identify the trend. Before you take any trade, before you take any setup, you need to identify the trend. And I always tell my members and students to do it on the daily and the 4-hour time frame. Again, I'm not saying you're trading on the daily and the 4-hour, but I'm saying to identify the trend on the daily and the 4-hour. If you immediately hop on a 1-minute, 5-minute chart, you're not going to be able to actually see the actual true trend. That's how y'all get caught in those fake outs, liquidity sweeps, order blocks, all that good stuff. Is because y'all are skipping a few steps. Again, you look on the bigger time frame, unless price did a huge push down or push up, comparing it to the trend on the smaller time frame 9 times out of 10 is not going to be accurate. Instead of just seeing what price has been doing for the past couple of hours, you need to see what price has been doing for the past week, past month, past quarter, because that's how price moves. Price moves on a day-by-day, week-by-week, month-by-month basis. So if you're not sure exactly how to identify the trend or trend reversals, pause this video and watch this one right here, because this video breaks it down literally step by step. All right, again, so the first thing you got to do is identify the trend. The reason why you want to identify the trend is because we all can agree here that we do not control the market. So since we do not control the markets, we need to understand and realize what we do control. We control when we enter, we control when we close, we control how much we risk. That's what we control, right? So if we do not control the actual movements and behaviors of markets, it is important for us to understand the movements and behaviors of the markets and to follow the flow of price. So for example, if we're in an uptrend, you only want to look for buys. If you're in a downtrend, you only want to look for sells. The reason why you only look for sells in a downtrend and only look for buys in an uptrend is because, just like the name entails, we're in a downtrend or we're in an uptrend. So that means price is going down 60, 70, 80, 90% of the time. Or that means price is going up 60, 70, 80, 90% of the time. So since that is what price is doing for the most part, and since we do not control price, or if we're going to risk our hard-earned money into the markets, I don't know about y'all, but I'd rather take a setup or position that's going to give me a higher probability of price going into my favor. So after you identify the trend, this is when step 2 comes into play. You want to enter buys off support. You want to enter sells off resistance. So you want to enter buys off support levels, and you want to enter sells off resistance levels. Now, the reason why you want to enter buys off support levels and sells off resistance levels is because, again, we do not control the flow of price. We do not control the markets. So we add this and combine this with step 1, which identify the trend and go with the trend. And then we add this step, entering on support and resistance levels. Not only will we have the direction or flow of price going in our favor, but we'll have an actual entry and position going in our favor. So really quick, let's just look at this level right here. We can clearly see when price is treating this level as resistance, we see harsh rejections to the downside, harsh rejections to the downside, right? Harsh rejections to the downside. And we can also see with price, is treating low as support, we see a huge shot to the upside. So when we trade off these levels, not only are we going to have the flow of price going in our favor, but we're going to have these powerful reactions, as we can see every time price hits these levels. Look how price reacts each time it hits these levels. So essentially, support resistance is like a trampoline that helps push price in whatever direction that is. So when you add this with the actual flow of price, that's how you're able to catch huge moves like this, huge moves like this, huge moves like this, or huge moves like this by following the flow of price and entering our support resistance levels. You see how I went for this buy setup. You see how when price broke this low, trade at support, and we were in an uptrend, how price shot to the upside? It's because I followed the flow of price and traded off a support level. And because I did that, by identifying the trend on the daily time frame, you can see I caught the entire higher high as well as the entire daily candlestick. And again, this doesn't just work on NAS. This doesn't just work on gold. This works on anything with a chart. That's crypto, options, stocks, indices, futures, currency pairs. This is how all charts move and react. So if you're not familiar with what support resistance is or supply demand, go ahead and pause this video and watch the couple videos that pop up on your left and top right of your screen. Then come back to this one, because again, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, this video is not going to really help you out as much versus if you know what I'm talking about. So make sure to watch that video on how to identify the trend and support resistance. That way you can apply these rules. Now, this brings us into the final step, which is step 3. You want to go for 1 to 2 to 1 to 3 minimum risk reward setups. Now, the reason why you want to go for 1 to 2, 1 to 3 minimum risk reward setups is because, again, we do not control the markets. So if you go for a 1 to 2 to 1 to 3 minimum risk reward setup, that means if you lose a trade, not only will you just need one winning trade to cancel out 1 or 2 losses, but that also means if you risk the same amount each trade, you go for 1 to 2, 1 to 3 risk reward setup. That means whatever you're risking, you're making 2 to 3 times that risk, right? So let me give you an example. If I'm risking $100 and the most I can make is $30, does that sound like a good risk reward setup? No. Does that sound like a good investment? No, because again, you got to remember, at the end of the day, we're investing. What is a good investment? Something we can make a return or profit off of. So we're risking $100 and the most we can make is 30, but the most we can lose is $100. That doesn't sound like a good investment. Versus if we invest $100 and the return, the most we can make is 2 times, which is 200 or $300. That sounds like a good investment. So let me also bring out the calculator to show you what I mean as well. So let's say I have a $5,000 account and I'm risking $100 per trade. Let's say I take a loss. I'm down $100. But let's say, again, all you need is one good trade to cancel out that loss. So let's say this example, I catch a 1 to 2 risk reward setup. So what is 100 times 2? That's 200. So I'm down $100, but I just made 200. So now look, now I'm up for the week, even though I'm 1-1. Let's do that same example. Let's say I have a $5,000 account, but I lost 2 trades. Each trade I'm risking $100. I'm down 4,800. Same example, that one trade I took, that was a winning trade, was a 1 to 2. So even though I only won 1 trade and I lost 2 trades, I'm a 1-2 win rate, I'm still break even for the week due to risk reward. Now that was just a 1 to 2. Let's imagine that first example, I just lost that first trade, but I made 3 times my risk. You see how I'm up $200? Now let's do the second example. I lost 2 trades in a row, risking $100 each trade, and I made 3 times my risk on that winning trade. So not only am I have a negative win rate, but I'm still up for the week simply due to risk to reward. So when you combine all these 3 steps together, identify the trend, enter our support resistance levels, go for 1 to 2 to 1 to 3 minimum risk to reward ratio setups, which is very possible. Your losses will not only shrink, but your wins will increase. So what I mean by your wins will increase, not only will you win more trades because you're taking smarter setups and you're going with the flow of price, but if you're risking the same amount every single trade and going from 1 to 2 to 1 to 3 risk reward setups, your wins will literally double or triple whatever you're risking. So that's going to boost your account growth. All right. It's literally that simple, y'all. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below any questions, comments, concerns you may have. If you're interested in learning how exactly I mark up these levels or how I personally go about calculating my lot size, or you're interested in the signals or mentorship, links in the description for that. I do have the advanced play signal room. What comes with the advanced play signal room? We trade Tokyo, London, and New York session Tokyo session exclusively with the members. And just like every Sunday in the free seminar, we drop that Sunday chart analysis. I drop that every day during New York for the members, called the New York price watch list. I don't just say we're looking for buys, we're looking for sells. First, I go over the trades we took during Tokyo session, London session, and then possible sells going to New York. Then I explain why we're looking for buys, explain why we're looking for sells. And then I take it a step further and go over specific price points to look for entries and exits at. Then we also have exclusive live streams during New York news events. And just like the London session lives, if you missed the live, they're recorded and you can watch them when you get a chance. In fact, you got access to over 400 videos of daily chart analysis and live streams. Even have the ones from last year when the playbook began. I also got pinned messages like that account size key to help you out with not over leveraging, to make sure you're not taking any trades your account can't handle. Then there's also the student and member group chat. Now I also have one-on-one sessions. The one-on-one sessions comes with access to the student member group chat as well as the advanced play signaling. That way you can earn while you learn. And then you get 2 sessions a week that are 1 hour long, recorded and sent to you the same day. Those recordings are yours to keep for life. If you got any questions or interest in that, make sure to DM me on Instagram, playmaker_way. Make sure to follow me on there as well, and on TikTok at playmakerway, because we go live on TikTok as well. And I'll see y'all the next time I'm live or the next time I post a video. Peace. We out.